Pretty Real Podcast. Real ladies, real talk, real shit.
That for sure. All I ever heard was get it dope.
He's a writer. He's a director. His name is Joel King. Welcome to Pretty Real.
What's up? Thank you all for having me. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah,
No problem. Hey guys, before we get into the interview with you, Joel,
Yes.
I want to get into our Pretty Real, Pretty Random segment. All right, so I got some juicy news to share with you guys. I have 3 topics. The first one is apparently the coronavirus second round is back in China right now. 57 confirmed cases. They're on lockdown. They're starting to lock down the contaminated areas so they can get back to normality. Apparently, that in one of the food markets started the virus over again. So 57 people have been confirmed by since Saturday midnight.
In the same city?
Beijing.
Oh, in Beijing.
So we're having another round.
There, hopefully, the United States do what they supposed to do and don't let the motherfuckers over here or nobody coming back and forth.
We're not done with the first round.
Yeah, but this is quote unquote, I guess, the second wave.
I heard about that. I heard it was gonna, and this one's gonna be even detrimental, worse than the first.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
It's planned. It's planned. We can't do shit about it because it's planned. So, you know what I'm saying? We just got to take it as that. One of the other topics I want to get in is Kylie Jenner. She is now not on Forbes list anymore because she's not a billionaire.
Sucks.
Yes.
Is she a
Her-
billionaire now? No.
Nothing. No. Well, she's probably a millionaire. I'm not going to say nothing because they got money. But she's not a billionaire. Like how Forbes had her for the youngest self-made billionaire.
Yeah.
She lied on her taxes. It was either her or her mom. They do it together. They sent documents to Forbes saying that Kylie Cosmetics was a billionaire company and everything was false. So she's no longer on there.
Donald Trump did the same thing. So
Speaking of false, speaking of scams, speaking of somebody who's plagiarizing, have you heard about B. Simone, girl? What happened?
Oh, I just heard about that. I'm so disappointed in her.
Me too.
Because I feel like she's better than that.
Well, what happened was she wrote a book, and 4 people have confirmed that she stole everything from their book.
Oh, the pictures are crazy. I mean, it's like word from word. Like,
Word
just
for
copy
word, like-
pasted and changed the font.
How are you going to do that? How you think you're going to get away with it?
I don't know. I guess because they're so small, but that's not fair because everyone's small at one point in their lives.
Yeah, but somebody has read something. You're a social influencer,
Yeah,
so
the
your
internet.
book is out there.
Everybody knows.
But my thing is, she literally has it word for word exactly. Like, she didn't even think to switch it up. At least switch it up. She literally copy. 4 different books. 4 different people. They actually came forward and said it.
Her career's over. I mean, I'm not trying to put that on her. Be Simone, baby.
I
It's over with. You out of here like Doja Cat. Get on out. Both of y'all can go.
It's time.
Baby boy.
You should have never plagiarized. Better on the next one.
Okay, and the last one, you guys, is Snoop Dogg. So, allegedly, Snoop Dogg is now arrested.
What?
Because he did a video with this Canadian band that was called Bad Bad Not Good. And they had a remix for their song Lavender. And a clown was dressed up like Donald Trump. And it had Snoop Dogg shooting the gun. But it's a toy gun. And the flag said bang. Like the little cartoons and
I've
stuff.
seen this a while ago.
So...
Okay, so
Yeah, but he just got
that.
arrested for it. For the Secret Service came and picked him up, and he got arrested. But they said that he didn't get arrested literally for the video. He got more it was a fake reporter, and they basically told the Secret Service fake I guess news that what he said. He said, I don't like violence like the next guy, quote unquote, right? But he was like, if this clown that's in the White House starts wars, I wish somebody would do like I did in the video, but with a real gun. So this is what they said he got arrested for.
Wow.
whatever, they pulled that out of their ass.
Yes, they pulled it out of their ass,
Yeah.
but nobody
They just wanna
cares.
lock up another black man.
Exactly. So nobody cares. So yeah,
Freedom of speech. I remember when Obama was president, they had like piñatas and they were hanging dolls, and I didn't see those motherfuckers arrested. And some of them were like like that's a whole high profile celebrity. Like he's an artist. He's just expressing himself. I thought we had freedom of speech in this bitch.
Do you want to know what's so funny though? A minute ago, when Trump first got in office, you remember the comedian Kathy Griffin?
Oh, I fucked with
so
that
she
picture.
had a fucking head of Trump
Oh,
on
I
one of her
remember that.
stand-ups, and all she did was get blacklisted. Why her ass ain't in jail?
Oh, facts.
That's
facts.
to me
I was
that's a
like-
terroristic threat too,
Yeah.
right?
Very
There goes
terroristic.
another black man being targeted for some bullshit.
He was
So,
in Canada. That was even on here. So, I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. So
Speaking of hot topics, you heard about Rashard Brooks. What happened?
Man.
How you guys feel about that? Because it's our hometown. It's our hometown.
Like, we literally just left here not too long ago talking about a whole nother situation, and now we're back talking about another different situation. It's just sad. It's crazy.
it just keeps on happening, and no matter how much we protest, no matter how much we riot, they're just fucking starting to just still try to overlook us. I'm so confused on what else can we possibly do. Like, do we literally got to start having our pistols and
What
shooting
do you
motherfucking
think?
cops? Like,
What's your
that's the only
take on
other
it?
thing.
So what do you think we should do? Because it's like every day now.
I don't know. Like for me, I think it's very really intentional what they're trying to do. You know, it's to try to create this upset, this unrest, so to speak. Especially now that it's gotten out of control. Now it gives them more liberty to go and do exactly what they were trying to do under the table. So it's just no longer disguised. And what we can do, we got to strategize. Honestly, you got to sit down and really have some real talk, some real conversations as far as where it is, and being able to like be honest, like what people have had, because people have experienced things, but we just been quiet about some of our experiences, and I think that's another thing that's kept us a little bit complacent and in a sense complicit. You know, not knowing, not speaking out soon enough regarding those different situations that made us feel uncomfortable with different people that we know of, and then figuring out what we can do within our community to kind of calm our own, like what's going on within us. Like it's just so much that needs to get fixed right now. It's crazy. It's hard to pinpoint just one thing right now because there's so much that needs to be done
That's true.
in order to protect us.
That's true. And I do want to say that I do want to put this out there that I'm not bashing the Caucasians that are trying to make a stand with us, because some of them are really trying to
They really are.
help. You know what I'm saying? They're tired of the bullshit too, and they're tired of looking like the bad guy.
Indeed.
You know, because of their ancestors or their family members or whatever. So I do want to say that it's not all of y'all, but I mean the ones that's out there, y'all fucked up.
But here's
Period.
the thing too, like we got to keep in mind, y'all, we not that far removed from like, because what has to happen now, people got to die off, you know, especially the older generation, because unfortunately that mentality has like trickled down to some of their younger, you know, just a few of them, because a lot of like the new, especially the newer millennials, all about like love, peace, and all that, like, and soul. They really mean that shit. But like back then, they still got, you know, it's like they still got like this piece of information that they're still trying to understand. Like I've had this conversation with multiple people. Like racism right now, honestly, there's a piece of that I think is real for people, but then I think another is just conditioned. You know, you brought up in this situation, and people are telling you that you're supposed to. That's where the whole systemic racism. When they say it doesn't exist, how can you say it does not exist when the laws and the bylaws and the way this world was not this world, but America was created, was built off of you all's idea of what we should or shouldn't do. So yeah, of course it's systemic racism. You know, and they did it during a time when we were not we didn't have the power, we didn't have the intellect that we have today. So that's why a lot of this stuff is starting to like really like a lot of the work is happening right now, because we sat quiet for too long, not realizing there's been laws that have been in place for years that have allowed them to do exactly what they've been doing to us. So now we really like got to do some for real footwork. It's not just about blowing up buildings and stuff like that. It's really like knocking down some legislation doors and stuff like that.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's where the real fight is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so sad. I literally, when I was coming to set today, and my son was hearing everything that was going on as far as like people laying on 75 and all that kind of stuff on the freeway, and the shooting. They had like shootings at protesters and a lot of people. So my son was like, "Mommy, I don't want to go downtown because I don't want to die. Like I don't want to get shot
Ain't that
at."
crazy?
You know, and it's sad because you
Like
hearing
that.
that from the next generation and then your child. So it makes you feel like. It makes you feel helpless because you kind of can't do it alone.
Yeah.
You do need a team, and then even so, like you just still would never know what the future holds. So it breaks my heart, you know.
I'll
So.
tell you something that people are not aware of, or were not aware of. There are a couple of things that happened, like when they were talking about the reparations. I don't know if you guys were paying attention to the news months ago, and Mitch McConnell, had the audacity and the boldness to say, like, we gave y'all reparations when we gave y'all Obama. Not those words
Right.
exactly, but within that. And then the guy Barr, he interviewer was pressing him regarding information like, well, how do you think history will remember you? Don't you guys feel pretty much some type of responsibility to what's happening? This man's response is, it's usually the top people that are writing history. So I think we'll be fine. So it's just this whole thing that's just this. Again, y'all, yeah, and the other piece to this thing, I don't even know if you this has really gotten a lot of news. While all this stuff is going on, y'all, they are putting judges in these lifelong appointments so that this stuff can continue to do exactly what it's doing. So like when we talk about like legislation, things to talk to your son about, like, I mean, I know a lot of people don't like this whole voting thing and like feel like it's pointless, but it's not pointless. It's not, we may not get what we want in the end, but it still makes us relevant. That's the part, that why we got to continue to do the work.
That's true.
Yeah.
So tell me, Joe, about your movie that you wrote and you direct.
Let's get into your team.
Yes.
So watch We Are the Change, hashtag WATC lowercase h. Yeah, I'm excited about it. Me and my brother over here, working hard to put together this piece that really is reflective of what we're experiencing now. So crazy.
It's crazy.
And I felt like when we were first trying to like get it pushed out, that maybe we had missed the time to really like make it a measurable impact. But like now, especially with the message that particular show actually is trying to say, is really what it is. Because Watch actually started off as a stage play, which was post Trayvon Martin.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because like when I write I try to say things, I guess, I don't want to say what the world is trying to say, but what I wish the world would say, because like when Trayvon Martin that situation happened, there came this whole hoodie movement,
Yes.
Right.
Skittles and
the Skittles and the
Harrison.
hoodie.
Yeah.
That one.
And so I was like,
Mad.
what happened?
No, that was probably like, I hate police brutality, but that was the first time I cried. Like, I really cried because I was like, yo, that could have been my homeboy.
Yeah.
Yo, that could have been it. Oh my God.
That's
like,
anybody.
It wasn't even real police brutality. It was some random, you know what I mean?
I guess that's what got me so bad. Like a random, my neighbor.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And the fact that he just showed no remorse.
He
still
wasn't.
to this
He
day.
still doesn't.
Yeah, he
What
don't
the
care.
hell?
Still to this day.
I don't give a damn.
I don't want to say what I want to say on it, but anyway.
Say it.
Uh-uh.
Say it. We
You
being
can say
real.
it.
I'm
You can
just
say it.
saying,
This is
you
the
know,
platform to
if
say it.
To say it.
if somebody found him in the process of all of this love and peace and getting back,
Pow, pow.
in this rage, if somebody decided to make him an example, I don't think people would be mad. That's
No,
all.
of course not.
Not at all.
That's all. You know what I mean?
I'm just saying the devil might want some company. That's
You hear me?
all.
Hey, for real.
Facts.
That's
That's facts.
Yeah.
How long have you been working in film?
Film. Well, I'm an actor, so actor with all this. So, but I've been doing that probably. My first independent film was like 2004, and it was called Pieces of a Dream with Raz B. When he was popular back in the day. Right?
Wow.
Yeah, so that was cool. But yeah, I've been doing more of that, and then I started writing maybe back in 2014. You know, more seriously, actually, because I've done like written for like TV pilots and stuff like that.
You
but
like script writing?
I do. I actually like it a lot.
You like it more for plays or for television?
I like to pay for TV.
Yeah.
But the style's easier for plays.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing with me, my mind, like when I see pictures in my head, is mainly for movies anyway. Even when I'm writing plays, like it's hardly ever that I see stuff actually on the stage.
You don't like stage left in your head when you imagine.
I don't see it. I don't see it, but you know, that's why like even like some of my plays is just very like. Very intricate, like you would like 5 places within 10 minutes and stuff like that.
Wow.
Stuff that's yeah, it's kind of weird, but you know, I wouldn't put the work for it. But yeah, I love it. I love it all. I mean, I love an opportunity to create, inspire, and hopefully impact people with the messaging and things like that, which I know like this particular show does. Like that's why I can't wait for us to shoot the entire thing, because it started off as, like I said, it started off as a play. Then from a play to a short film. A short film, I wrote the feature. From a feature, became this whole 3-part series. And then when we realized we had a budget to really like take care of what we really wanted to take care of, we condensed it, made like proof of concept, like POC.
Okay.
And then from the POC, it's like we probably still need to fine tune this. Just make it a short film. Here we go. So it went through its little cycle, but. We landed it, I believe, a really beautiful project, especially, you know, where we are right now.
Where are you trying to take your project? Are you putting it in film festivals? Are you trying to do Netflix? Like, what are the platforms?
I don't, we got to sit down and talk about that, like the producers table, but I think, because that keeps coming up, because honestly, we don't even know what film festivals look like right now.
Oh, true.
Yeah,
know
with
what
the
I mean?
coronas, everything's
Yeah.
fickle.
I don't,
I don't
no,
think
yeah, I don't know what any of that. Like none of it. So I'm just like, I'm willing. Me personally, I would love for it to continue to get legs. And we're doing a premiere on the 19th. And while we're doing it that way, Juneteenth celebration of that, and then we're going to do it from 12 to 3 through Facebook, Zoom, and all that every hour on an hour, and then again from 6 to 9 every hour on an hour. Yeah.
So tell me, I heard, well, not heard, but I see you got some guests, some special guests on the crew in the movie. So who? Cast members.
Oh yeah. We do. We got Rodney Perry that joined us for the cast of Watch. We got Andrea Kelly, R. Kelly's ex, who's joined us for the cast. He's one of my real good friends as well. So but for the main show, we already got like a list of pretty established artists from Tosha Story, who's now playing Nancy on The Oval, Kendra C. Johnson, who was with Tyler Perry's Love Thy Neighbor, and Fat Girls and all that stuff. So yeah, we got some pretty legit.
I love Fat Girls.
Yeah,
I love that movie.
Yeah, so we got some pretty legit people that are coming, and along with just the actors that people don't know, but they and really brought it to the table. Like this, even with this short film, I'm really proud of the work that they were able to produce. So
we need them too, because we need new
Indeed,
faces.
yeah,
Them
new
old faces
faces.
getting old, baby.
Indeed.
We gotta see some new, fresh. So you gotta start somewhere, and that's amazing that you're giving people a platform and an opportunity to do so.
Well, I want to thank Nick Starr and Princess Starr of the Star Enterprises Productions, because they really they saw it, they knew what the need was, and Nick was just like, hey, let's get it done. Brought my brother on, and we just been working ever since. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's good.
Yeah, so excited about
And you
it.
said when the movie will be aired?
June 19th. Yes, Juneteenth. Yes, that's our way we honoring that day. So yes.
Awesome.
That's gonna be cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So can I ask you something? What do you prefer more? Like, do you prefer to be an actor or work behind the scenes as far as being the director and screenwriter?
Well, I like to believe that I don't have control issues, but but I really don't. But I do like to just make sure that things are at a certain standard of excellence.
You have control issues.
No.
Yeah, because that's what our producer says.
What?
Yeah. Sure does.
He's got control issues.
No, I mean, if I do, I haven't really I ain't really tapped into it for real. I just know when there's opportunity, you know, to make things be what it needs to be. I just don't like things to go undone.
I watched it.
You liked it?
I
Did
did.
you enjoy it? Good, thank you.
It was intense. Wait, I don't know what I can say about it. So
No, you can't. I would
Yeah.
love y'all to ask questions
I
about
don't
it.
want to
For
like
sure.
ruin it for like people. That's why I'm like.
What?
My boy.
But I watch, you know, I don't want to see this and be like, oh yeah, we heard Mango talking about
No,
it.
you need to spell some tea.
Yeah.
Love to hear.
Yeah.
I watched
come-
it.
Yeah.
So, at first, I was like, who's the protagonist? That's
Yeah.
what I was trying to find out.
Yeah.
And when it got to the scene, which I can say this, right? Okay, so when we got to the scene with the kid, it was basically Trayvon, right?
Yeah.
And then that was the cop, right?
Uh-huh. No, he wasn't.
No, he was a regular.
Yeah, right.
I thought
right.
he was basic.
Right.
That got me. Like, I was like, I was thinking about that. So I was like, this has to be about Trayvon. Like,
Yeah.
oh my God.
Yeah.
It got intense. It was intense, and then like you made it like the roller coaster was just about to drop. Like I was like, oh shit. I was like, it's been so intense, and then
Yeah.
I hit like a super climax. Like damn.
That's dope. Well, I appreciate that.
So I
Yeah.
want to see the
Yeah.
whole thing.
Yeah.
dope
Thank
writing.
you.
Because
Thank
if that
you.
happened to my son, I'd probably burn the whole city down.
Oh,
to be real
girl.
with you.
Right.
I think that's crazy. That's what people don't get. Like you
Yeah.
have no empathy to understand. You have to have. You're a fucking serial killer. Sorry.
Yeah.
That you can't understand like the pain. Like
Indeed.
you don't understand death. You don't regard someone's life as important. You fucking sociopathic.
You're crazy.
But you know what? I think that's
Yeah.
a,
You're
Yes.
crazy. Like you're crazy to me. You probably killed cats when you were like 4.
Yes,
Like,
and frogs like squeezing
and
and
your
shit.
mom probably
Like,
took your PlayStation, but
Yes.
you'd be in a goddamn mental hospital.
yes, you do.
but real, but like,
Frogs in the blender. I had a crazy neighbor when I was little. That's how I know. Like, and I was scared because I'm like an animal lover. I'm really quiet. Like, that's crazy. Like,
I had some neighbors set a frog on fire. Like they had a picture to make Kool-Aid in, and then they set the fire and put the frog. The frog's trying to leap out and stuff. I was just like, I can't. Like I got the hell on. I can't watch shit like that. It just
I think
does
I
something to
that
my
kid.
soul.
oh, yes, you
you
real
were probably my
quiet.
neighbor. I don't remember.
It was like, yeah.
No, but to your point about like just being a mother and showing the kind of empathy, that's one reason why I structured the show the way that I did. Because even like with Trayvon Martin, with Mike Brown, and you know all these different, I feel like, man, we need to really hear from the moms.
I like that you focused on the moms a lot through
Yeah,
it. I
yeah.
like that a lot. I saw her
Yes.
point of view,
Yeah, it's
which I
very,
think about in real life.
very,
Yeah.
very intentional. Because I'm like, it's one thing to hear from the men because a lot of times when we are presented that opportunity, we hold back. You know, you don't really get it because whatever this whole masculine.
It's okay
Figure
to
that we're
cry.
supposed to, you know what I mean, that we're
Pride.
supposed to display
Yes.
that moment, but it's like this is real pain,
Exactly.
and to get like a sound like you know, just a feminine that feminine energy, because it started with the woman first. Like we fell in love with our moms before anything else.
Oh,
You know,
That's right.
you know what I mean?
That's
I like
right.
mom.
Right.
Right.
But it's the truth, like so it's like
Exactly.
for those that had that experience anyway, it was mom first, and then came everything else.
Yes.
So just to know that kind of connection is broken from lack of empathy, lack of care, lack of just realizing that you just stealing from someone. You just stole, a piece of their DNA.
yeah.
Essentially, it's like
You
why
stole
would you
part
do
of their
that?
soul.
Yeah.
You can never
Their heart,
return
yes.
that. You can never
Indeed.
replace it.
Me as a mom,
Yeah.
I'll be ready to go. I'm shooting it up. Caliban, killing his own.
Exactly.
Y'all took my baby.
Exactly.
Even if you didn't kill him, you gotta die.
Real podcast. Real ladies, real talk, real shit.
Shit, that for sure. All I ever heard was get a